Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Finance with Avrin. If you're thinking about opening a new checking account or you just want to check out another bank account out there, see how it goes and earn some money while doing that, then these 3 bank bonuses may be something that could be interesting to you. All of them expire sometime currently in January 2026, but they can be opened now in November, December, and then, of course, by the date that they expire in January. Sometimes banks and financial institutions extend these dates out, but I'm going to give you all the information in this video, including eligibility, the different requirements, what to do after you meet those requirements, and the fine print. Let's get into it here. First, starting with the Citibank $325 bonus. Now, where to open this account to earn this bonus? You can open this account online from the promo page, and I'm going to have the promo pages for all 3 of these bonuses linked in the description. They won't be a referral link for me, just links to the promotion page for each of these bonuses. Now, I do have referral links in the description as well. If you want to check out some other accounts and earn some money that way, that's definitely up to you. Now, one thing to note with this bonus, it states that accounts open via the phone or at a branch are not eligible. So you have to open this account online via the promo page. Now, this is for their regular checking account, and there's no minimum deposit required to open this checking account. However, there is a $15 monthly maintenance fee, but this can be waived. And I'll tell you about the ways that you can have that fee waived each month here a little bit later in this section of the video. Now, this is a limited time bonus, and you must open the account by January 12th, 2026 in order to obtain this bonus. You don't have to meet all the requirements by that date, but you do have to open the account by that date. Now, let's get into the steps and eligibility for this bonus. Now, in order to be eligible for this bonus, you must not have owned a Citibank checking account in the last 365 days, meet tax requirements, and are at least 18 years old. Then, if you meet those requirements right there, you can apply to participate in their enhanced direct deposit online only offer. Now, for the fine print in regards to tax requirements, it states that United States persons must furnish or have a valid IRS Form W-9 request for taxpayer identification number and certification on file, and foreign individuals must furnish or have a valid IRS Form W-8BEN certificate of foreign status of beneficial owner for the United States tax withholding and reporting individuals on file. Accounts subject to backup withholding do not qualify for this offer. In case you're not technically a U.S. citizen and you fall into one of those other categories, you could still be eligible for this offer if you have that valid form. Now, you've signed up for the account via the online promotion page. What's next? The next step is that you need to set up direct deposits. So you must complete at least 2 enhanced direct deposits totaling $3,000 or more directly into this new Citibank checking account within 90 days of account opening. Now, you may be wondering, what are enhanced direct deposits? So in the fine print for this bonus, they state that an enhanced direct deposit is an electronic deposit through the automated clearinghouse ACH network of payroll, pension, Social Security, government benefits, and other payments to your checking or savings account, checking account for this offer. And it states that an enhanced direct deposit also includes Zelle incoming payments and other funds from person-to-person payments when transferred through an ACH network using providers such as Venmo or PayPal. Now, with the direct deposit requirement of this bonus, it's a bit different than some of the other bonuses out there because typically with the direct deposit, it's more limited for those other offers. This bonus is an enhanced direct deposit requirement. So you do have those other types of deposits that would be eligible to meet this step. Now, it does state in the fine print, there are some other things that you could possibly do with this account that are not enhanced direct deposits. And those include teller deposits, cash deposits, check deposits, wire transfers, transfers between Citibank accounts, ATM transfers and deposits, mobile check deposits, debit card funding transfers, and person-to-person payments sent to a Citibank debit card do not qualify as enhanced direct deposits. Any funds transferred from another financial institution or person-to-person provider through an instant transfer service will also not qualify as an enhanced direct deposit. So if you're going that person-to-person payment route, like Zelle or Venmo or PayPal, it needs to be sent to the actual bank account for the Citibank checking account, with your routing number and account number, not to the debit card of the checking account. So you've signed up for the account, you've met the requirements for direct deposits. What's next in order to receive your bonus? Your Citibank checking account must remain open and in good standing from the time it's open for 120 days. And it also states that you need to keep a positive balance because accounts that maintain a zero balance for 90 calendar days are subject to closure. And your bonus will be paid to your Citibank checking account between the 90th and 120th calendar day after account opening. So best practice with this one is just to keep a positive balance in it. $1, $5, something, $100, $1,000, whatever you want to have in this account. Keep a positive balance in this account after meet the requirements. Now, when you have the direct deposits coming in, you don't have to keep that whole amount in the account. You can transfer all of it out if you want to, or most of it out. I would just say, keep a little bit of something in the account. It doesn't have to be from that direct deposit. Maybe you just want to transfer money into this account from another bank or financial institution. It won't count towards the direct deposit, but it will count in keeping the account balance positive. So very simple, easy bonus. I've actually done this bonus, a variation of it myself. It was a $300 bonus when I did it. And I have a video on the timeline of that bonus, the steps of me signing up, my direct deposits, when I did them and when I received the bonus. I'll link to that video down in the description. You see it right there popping up on the screen, the thumbnail of it and everything, but I'll link to it down in the description if you want to check that out and see the timeline of a bonus that's very similar to this from Citibank. Now, with the bonus that I did with Citibank, it was $300, but it was very similar to this one in terms of the requirements of eligibility and the direct deposits. I didn't have any issues with transferring money, to this account or from this account or anything like that, but I just decided not to keep it after I received the bonus. With the direct deposits, when you have the deposits in the account, you don't have to keep them there, but I just kept a little money in there to have a positive balance. But after I received the bonus, I decided not to keep the account. So I think within a week or so after I transferred the bonus out from this account and the balance to an external bank account, I decided to close the account. I didn't have any issues closing it or anything like that, but I just decided to close it and move on. This account does have a monthly service fee, but there are ways to get that $15 monthly service fee waived. First way you can get this monthly service fee waived is make an enhanced direct deposit of at least $250 or more each month. So you can do that as you're actually doing the steps to receive this bonus. That's definitely one way to have that fee waived. Or you can have the fee waived via the relationship tiers. So if you have a Citi Priority, Citi Gold, or Citi Gold Private Client Relationship tier, you will not receive any kind of monthly service fee with your checking account. Now, in order to get in one of those tiers, you have to have an average monthly balance in a certain amount and range. I have it right there on the screen. I won't go into too much detail with this. Don't want to make the video too long, but you see right there on the screen the different tiers. And if you have, multiple accounts with Citibank, this checking account, a savings account and everything, your average monthly balance is going to be all those accounts pretty much together, the average of them. So if you're in that $30,000 to $199,999.99 range, then you would be in that Citi Priority tier. And then that means you would not have a monthly service fee with this checking account. And then the other tiers have a higher balance, as you see right there, $200,000 or more, up to $1 million. And then the Citi Gold Private Client, $1 million and more. And then you would have the fee waived being in that tier as well. So either one of those options right there to have the $15 monthly service fee waived, either via the enhanced direct deposits or the relationship tiers. So that is the information on the Citi $325 bonus. Now let's move on to the next one, and that's going to be the Old National Bank $250 or $450 bonus. Yes, there are two different bonuses going on right now with Old National Bank. I'm going to tell you about both of them. They have some similarities, but some differences as well. So where to open the accounts for this bonus? You can open the accounts online through the promo page or at any Old National Bank. Now, there's no promo code associated with this bonus currently. However, if you open it at an Old National Bank, I would definitely, refer to this bonus, when you're opening the account. I want to make sure I'm opening this with the $250 or $450 bonus in mind. So whoever's helping you open the account can, make sure you're opening the account via that route. And if you're opening this account online, definitely do it through the promotion page. I have a link to it down in the description along with the other promotion bonuses in this video. And of course I have referral links in the description as well if you want to check those out and make some money that way and check out some other accounts. But yeah, I do have the promotion page in the description. You can also, Google Old National Bank $450, $250 bonus if you want to, and go via that route. But if you're going to open it online, definitely do it through the promo page. Now, the accounts for this bonus, there's 2 different checking accounts, so you can open either one. You can't open both to get 2 different bonuses. However, you can get the $250 or $450 bonus with either of these accounts, which is a little bit different than the next bonus, but I'll tell you about that when we get there. Now, for the Old National Bank, there's 2 different checking accounts you could open, either the preferred or everyday checking. Now, you must open one of those specific type of accounts to qualify, and there is a $50 minimum deposit requirement for either one of those accounts. And both of these accounts have a monthly maintenance fee. However, it can be waived, and I'll tell you the steps to get that fee waived in this video a little bit later in this section. Now, this is a limited time bonus. It's been going on actually throughout the year. However, the dates have changed. Yes, there are some state requirements in terms of address and residence. I'll tell you about that in the eligibility section. But as of right now, for the expiration of this bonus, it states that accounts must be opened between November 1st, 2025 and January 31st, 2026. So you must open one of those accounts by January 31st, 2026 in order to obtain this bonus. Now let's get into some very important information, first starting with eligibility. Now, in order to be eligible for this bonus, you must be a United States citizen or permanent resident alien of at least 18 years of age or older with a local address in one of the following states. The states include Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Michigan, Minnesota, North Dakota, Tennessee, or Wisconsin. So you must have an address in one of those states. So if you have multiple houses, a house in this state, a house in that state, use your address that's in one of those states, to obtain this bonus. Now, there is a possibility they may ask you to come in and verify your identity or something. So just think of that. If you're using a different address than maybe where you're living at for that season or whatever time of the year or something like that, then you may want to keep that in mind. Like, hey, I might have to take a trip to this, my other location to go to one of those Old National banks, but they may not. Now, with eligibility, this offer is not available for customers with an existing Old National personal checking account, including owners on joint accounts. And also, if you had a personal checking account with Old National Bank that was closed within the last 12 months, then you would not be eligible for this bonus. It has to be more than 12 months ago since you've closed the account with Old National Bank. Also, it states that if you have been paid an Old National Bank personal checking account promotional bonus in the past 12 months, then you would not be eligible for this bonus. Also, Old National Bank employees are not eligible for this bonus. So yeah, that is eligibility right there. And of course, with sign up, you need to do that either online via the promo page or at a local Old National Bank branch. Just make sure you mention this bonus. Now, after you sign up for the account and everything, what's the next step? It's going to be setting up direct deposits. So what you're going to need to do is make qualifying direct deposits for 3 consecutive calendar months, starting the month after your account was open. The 3 consecutive months for direct deposits, that starts the month after you open the account. So if you open the account in November here, when I'm releasing this video, then you would need to start your 3 months of consecutive direct deposits in December. So December, January, February, you need to have consecutive direct deposits. So yes, that requirement for direct deposit starts the month after you open the account. So the next month. Now, your bonus amount is going to be determined by your direct deposit amount. So if you have direct deposits totaling at least $1,000 per month for 3 consecutive months, you will earn the $250 bonus. However, if you want to go for the $450 bonus, then you need to have direct deposits totaling at least $3,500 per month for 3 consecutive months. If you do that, then you could earn the $450 bonus. So your bonus amount is going to be determined by your total direct deposit amount per month for 3 consecutive months. So it has to be at least that amount or more each month. Not together for all 3 months, each month. $1,000 in December, $1,000 in January, $1,000 in February, at least $3,500 in December, $3,500 in January, $3,500 in February, at least, to receive this bonus. And I'm just using those months as an example. You can open this account in December and then, start your consecutive direct deposits in January, and then February, and then March. It's up to you. Open the account in January by the date of the expiration, and then start your consecutive direct deposits February, March, April, however you want to do it. But those are your options right there. And now with the direct deposits, you don't have to keep your whole direct deposit in this account for any certain amount of days or anything like that. After you make the direct deposit into this account, You can keep it there for a day, 2 days, a week, or however long you want to, but you could transfer it out to an external bank account. After it settles in your account, you are welcome to transfer your direct deposit out. Just make sure you keep a tally of that amount of direct deposits that you make into this account each month. Of course, you'll see them on the activity, the transaction section of your account. So you can see, okay, I made a direct deposit of that much there and that much there. And okay, I totaled that much for that month and so forth. You don't have to keep all of it there to meet that minimum amount for, each bonus amount for each month and then transfer it out. You can transfer it out, throughout the month. Just make sure you make cumulative a total amount of that bonus amount for the bonus that you're going for. Hope that makes sense to you. So basically you don't have to keep your direct deposits all there until you meet $1,000 or $3,500. You can transfer it out as you wish, but just make sure over the time of the month that you make that total amount of direct deposits. You may be wondering, what are qualifying direct deposits for this step? According to the Old National Bank fine print, it states that qualifying ACH, automated clearinghouse, direct deposit includes electronic direct deposits of a paycheck, pension payment, social security payment, or other government benefits payment deposited into the checking account from an employer, a government agency, or other similar third-party organization. So that is what qualifies as an eligible direct deposit for this step in this bonus. Now, they also state that deposits made by teller, ATM, mobile deposits, wire transfers, debit card transfers, transfers between Old National Bank accounts, external transfers from other accounts at other financial institutions, or peer-to-peer like Zelle, Venmo, transfers do not qualify. So all the transfers like that, ATM, teller, external transfers, debit card, all that, those do not qualify as a qualifying direct deposit for this step in this bonus. Now you can do those other kind of transfers. You could transfer money to and from this account, use ATM, debit card transfers, things like that, but they would not qualify as an eligible direct deposit for the steps for this bonus. So you sign up for the account, you followed the steps with the direct deposit. What's next? In order to receive the bonus and get paid into your account. Now, you have to have the account open with a balance greater than zero, so a positive balance, and the account must be in good standing at the time the cash bonus is paid. And that cash bonus is going to be credited, paid to your Old National personal checking account approximately within 130 days from account opening. So your cash bonus, it's going to take a little while for this bonus. As you see, you got the 3 consecutive months, and then you're going to get paid within 130 days from account opening. But yeah, that's the timeline to receive this bonus. But definitely make sure you keep the account open in good standing with a positive balance. And now, like I mentioned, there is a monthly service fee with this bank account. However, it can be waived. Now, depending on which account you open is going to determine how you waive the monthly fee. Now, if you have the preferred checking account, the monthly service charge is going to be $15 per month. However, you can get that waived if you maintain a daily balance of at least $5,000 or maintained a combined minimum daily balance of $25,000 in an Old National Bank checking, savings, money market, CD, loans, or lines of credit accounts. So if you have those other accounts with Old National Bank, you just need to have a combined minimum daily balance of at least $25,000. Those are 2 ways to get the monthly service fee waived with the preferred checking account. Now, if you go for the everyday checking account, the monthly service charge is $6.95 per month. However, you can get that waived. There's more ways to get that one waived. In order to get that monthly service fee waived with the everyday checking account, you have to do one of the following. Either maintain a $500 in direct deposits each month, or maintain a daily balance of $500, or maintained a combined daily balance of $1,500 in an Old National Bank checking, savings, or money market accounts. Or if you're active duty military personnel, then you would have the monthly service fee waived. Or if you make 15 or more debit card transactions posted from the everyday checking account during each statement cycle, you could have the monthly service fee waived. And of course, pending debit card transactions are excluded. So the actual transaction needs to settle in that statement cycle to count towards that 15 at least amount of transactions. All right, so that's the information on the Old National Bank bonus. Let's move on to the next one here, and that's going to be the Huntington Bank $400 or $600 bonus. Now, where to open this account to obtain this bonus? You can open this account online through the promo page or in a branch with a promo code. So this account does have a promotion code that can be associated with it. If you want to open this account in a physical branch, then you'll just need to request the code from the promotion page. So I have their promotional page linked in the description with the other bonuses that I've talked about in this video. You just go to the Huntington Bank promotion page and then go to that section right there. You see it on the screen and click on that and then enter your email, and then they will send you a promotion code. So you would just need to take that code with you to the bank when you open your bonus. Either show it to them on your phone or print it out or something like that. Just make sure you have that code with you and show it to whoever's helping you open your account so you receive the bonus. Or you can definitely open this account online through the promotion page to have the bonus, promotion code attached to it. You definitely can go that route. That's typically how I do with most of these bonuses. Pretty much every bonus I think I've done, I've opened online. Every now and then they may request you to go into the bank to verify your identity. I think I've had to do that like once, I believe, with Truist Bank. But yeah, so yeah, this one right here, you can open this account online via the promo page or at a branch with a promo code that you can request from the promotion page. Now, there are two different accounts for this bonus, and they each have their own bonus attached to them. So there's the Perks or the Platinum Perks checking account. So you must open one of these specific accounts to qualify for this bonus. Both of them have a monthly maintenance fee. However, they can be waived. And I'll tell you about how to get those fees waived a little bit later in this section of the video. Now, you can't do both of these bonuses. You have to pretty much choose which one you want to do. And I'm going to tell you the steps for each one so you can decide which account you want to check out and which bonus you want to go for. Now, for these bonuses with Huntington Bank, you must open the account by January 15th, 2026. To obtain this bonus. So you don't have to complete the steps by that date, but you just must open the account by that date. And of course, these bonuses are subject to change, including the actual date of expiration, like they have done in the past. I've seen like the Citibank, like I know I've told you about that one, that date, I've seen that bonus before in the past few years. I've seen the Old National Bank bonus in the past few years, and I've seen this Huntington Bank one as well. But as of right now, for the Huntington Bank bonus of $400 or $600, you must open the account by January 15th, 2026. Now, what are the eligibility requirements and steps for this bonus? Let's get into that. In terms of eligibility, you must be a United States citizen of at least 18 years of age or older and a resident of one of the following states: Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Minnesota, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, West Virginia, or Wisconsin. So you must be a resident in one of those states. If you're not, then you would not be eligible for this bonus. Now, also in terms of eligibility for this offer is limited to new personal checking customers for Huntington Bank, as well as previous customers who have closed their Huntington Bank checking account more than 12 months ago. So very similar to the Old National Bank promotion in terms of either a new customer or someone who's closed an account with Huntington Bank more than 12 months ago. Now, let's say you meet eligibility and you've signed up for the account. What's next? Now, your bonus is determined by which account you open and meeting the specific requirements for that account. As you see right there, I have the information on the screen. Let's go through it right here. Now, if you decide to open the Perks checking account, that account is associated with the $400 bonus. So the Perks checking account, in order to obtain the bonus for it after you open it and everything, you must have direct deposits into the Perks checking account totaling $500 or more within 90 days of account opening to earn the $400 bonus. So very simple, very easy. You could do, one direct deposit of at least $500 within 90 days and boom, you've met that step. Or you can break it up into smaller direct deposit amounts. That's totally up to you, however you want to do that. And of course, after you make the direct deposits into the account, they don't have to stay there for the entire term of the bonus timeline. You can transfer it out to an external bank account if you want to, but you just need to make sure you make an eligible direct deposit into that account totaling $500 or more within 90 days of account opening. And now for the Perks checking account, the direct deposit has to be a qualifying direct deposit, of course. Now the fine print on that via Huntington Bank states that qualifying direct deposits are regular, periodic, automated clearinghouse, ACH credits, which may include payroll, salary, pension, or government payments such as Social Security, So those are the routes right there for direct deposits that will be eligible for this bonus. Now, they do have some things on here that are not eligible for a direct deposit for this bonus. And they state that deposits that do not qualify are those through real-time payment networks and payments through peer-to-peer networks such as PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, or others. Those do not qualify as eligible direct deposits for this bonus. And transfers from another Huntington Bank deposit account also do not qualify. Now, if you want to go the route via the $600 bonus, then you would need to open the Platinum Perks checking account. That's the one that's associated with the $600 bonus. Now, if you go that route with the Platinum Perks checking account, you would need to make total new money deposits into that Platinum Perks checking account of at least $25,000 or more within 90 days of account opening. If you do that, then you're on the route to obtain the $600 bonus. Now, you may be wondering, what's new money? According to the fine print, new money is defined as money that is not currently on deposit in any Huntington Bank account, except maturing personal CD accounts. So if you have a CD account with Huntington Bank that's about to mature, you could basically transfer that into the Platinum Perks checking account and go towards that new money requirement. For a lot of people, they may just meet this requirement by transferring money from an external banking account into the Huntington Bank Platinum Perks checking account. So, if you have a bank account with Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Ally, SoFi, Chime, whoever it is, you could just transfer money from that account into the Platinum Perks checking account, and that would be eligible as new money. Now, you've met the requirements for eligibility, you've signed up and everything, you've got the direct deposit with the Perks checking account or the route of the new money transfers for the Platinum Perks checking account. What's next? You must maintain an open account status in the eligible checking account for 90 days. So just keep the account open in good standing. I would say keep a positive balance. They don't mention specifically to have a positive balance, but I always like to keep a positive balance with all of these bonuses, even if they don't state it. That's the one way of keeping your account in good standing, because a lot of these banks, they do have the fine print that states, if your account balance is zero or definitely negative, or something like that for a certain amount of time, 90 days is usually what I see, something like that, sometimes 60, sometimes, more than that, then they could determine your account to be dormant and close your account of their own leisure. So that's one way to avoid that, is to have a positive balance. So maintain a positive balance in this account, something in this account basically, and just to keep it in good standing and open and everything. Now, if you have the account and open and in good standing, your bonus will be deposited into your new checking account, either the Perks checking or Platinum Perks checking, whichever one you open and follow the steps with. That bonus that's associated with that account will be deposited into that account within 14 days of meeting the promotion requirements. So basically, after that 90 days of keeping the account open, within 14 days of that 90 days, you should receive the bonus. Basically, within 104 days of account opening. Now, both of these Huntington Bank checking accounts do have a monthly fee. However, there are ways to get that monthly fee waived. If you go the route via the Perks checking account, the monthly fee is $10 per month. However, you can get that fee waived with $1,000 in total monthly deposits or $5,000 in total relationship balances. Now, that's like if you have other bank accounts with Huntington Bank, like a savings account, money market account, and so forth. If you have at least $5,000 total spread across those different bank accounts, then you could have this fee waived. Either one of those would qualify you to receive no monthly fee on the Perks checking account. Now, if you go the route for the Platinum Perks checking account, the monthly fee for that account is $25 per month. However, you can get that fee waived with $25,000 in total relationship balances. So like I stated for the other account, if you have multiple accounts with Huntington Bank, if you have at least $25,000 total in all of those accounts, then you could get the $25 fee waived for the Platinum Perks account. So this account only has one way to have the fee waived. The Perks checking account, there's two different ways to have the fee waived. So that's the information right there. And that's also on the screen for you. And that is it, everyone, with my video on the top 3 bank bonuses for December 2025 and January 2026. So we're going into that new year. So you can start these bonuses in November or December of 2025, or start them by January, by the date that they expire in 2026. You may find a new checking account you like, or a new bank that you like, or you may decide I don't want to do that checking account, and so forth. And while you're at it, you can obtain a nice cash bonus. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it down below and subscribe to the channel for more ways to make your money work harder and smarter for you, as well as personal finance news. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Take care.